Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to learn what is program, what is firmware, what is software and what is the difference between firmware and software. Okay. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand what is program, what is firmware, what is software, difference between firmware and software, real-time industrial examples. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon so you will never miss our latest videos. What is program? What is program? A program is a set of instructions designed to perform one specific task, written using using languages like C, C++, Python, usually small size. Okay. Example: LED blinking program, temperature reading program, then addition of two numbers. I will explain for LED blinking program. The program instructs the microcontroller to turn on the LED on, wait for 1 second, turn the LED off, wait for 1 second, repeat continuously. The sequence of instruction is called program. The sequence is continuously repeatedly running. This is the program. A program is simply a set of instructions written in programming language that tells a computer or an embedded devices what to do. Without a program, hardware cannot perform any useful operations. Example: your laptop. Without voice, your laptop not perform. Okay. You can think of a program as a recipe. Just as a recipe tells a chef how to prepare food step by step, a program tells the processor how to perform task step by step. This is the best example. Any doubts, you can write it in the comment box. I will reply for shortly. Okay. What is software? Software is a collection of programs, performs multiple tasks, can include UI, library, drivers, easy to update. Windows. Example: Windows, Linux, Android, STMQBD, motor control applications with GUI. Okay. More examples: Microsoft Word, Google Chrome, WhatsApp, VLC Media Player, Adobe Photoshop, AutoCAD, Android applications. These applications perform to different tasks but do not directly control hardware like firmware. Okay. Firmware is directly controlled for hardware, but software not controlling for hardware. Okay. Software is a collection of programs designed to perform various tasks on a computer, smartphone, or other digital devices. Unlike firmware, software is installed by users and can be updated, modified, or removed easily. Software provides the interface through which users interact with the system. Okay. Windows mean you can install for Microsoft Word, Google Chrome, WhatsApp, VLC Media Player, Adobe Photoshop, AutoCAD, Android applications. These applications perform different tasks but do not directly control hardware like firmware does. Okay. Firmware is controlling for directly hardware. Okay. What is firmware? Firmware is a software written for specific hardware, stored in flash or ROM memory, runs immediately after power on, directly controls the hardware. Example: STM32 microcontroller code, BIOS in a computer, router, ECU, firmware. Okay. Real-time example: washing machine. Okay. Best example is washing machine. When you switch on your washing machine, it immediately knows how to fill water, rotate the drum, wash clothes, drain water, dry clothes. These operations are controlled by the firmware stored inside the microcontroller. Second example: smart TV. When you press the power button on a smart TV, it immediately installs the display, audio system, memory, and remote control interfaces. This setup process is controlled by firmware. Example 3: car engine control unit, ECU. Okay. Modern cars contains an engine control unit, ECU. The firmware continuously reads the data from the sensors and controls the fuel injection, ignition timing, engine performance, and real time. Okay. What is firmware? Firmware is a special type of software that is permanently stored inside the memory of an embedded devices, usually flash memory or ROM memory. Okay. Firmware directly controls the hardware and enables the devices to function correctly. Example: you can turn on the laptop, then keyboard, mouse, everything is installed for the drivers. Okay. It is automatically working after firmware is enabled. Okay. Unlike regular software, or firmware starts running immediately when the device is powered on. Okay. Anyone? What is firmware, software, then program? Any doubt? If you have any doubts, you can write it in the comment box. I will reply shortly. Okay. The characteristics of firmware. is stored in flash memory or ROM, controls hardware directly, starts automatically during power off, usually changes very rarely, is highly reliable, is optimized for embedded system. Difference between firmware with software. Firmware handles hardware directly. Software provides services and applications to users. Storage. Firmware is stored in flash memory or ROM. Software is stored SSD, hard disk, or cloud storages. Updates. Firmware is updated only when necessary. Software is updated frequently with new features and security improvements. Hardware dependency. Firmware is tightly coupled with specific hardware. Software can often run on off different hardware platforms with little or no modification. Speed. Firmware starts immediately when the device is powered on. Software starts only after the operating system has loaded. Examples, examples, BIOS, UEFI, router, firmware, washing machine, controller, smart TV, firmware, printer. Okay. Software examples, Windows, Linux, Android apps, Microsoft Office, Google Chrome. Imagine a smartphone. The firmware is responsible for making the phone start when you press the power button. Once the phone starts, applications like WhatsApp, YouTube, Instagram, and Chrome are software. Without firmware, the phone cannot even boot. Without software, the phone boots but cannot perform user applications. Firmware is software. Not all software is firmware. Program from the building blocks. Firmware is a critical in embedded systems. Hope you now clearly understand the concepts of program, firmware and software along with the difference between firmware and software. If this video has helped you, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you never miss our latest videos. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Need help with final year projects, mini projects or EEE projects, contact and WhatsApp. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. See you in the next class. Thank you.